assuring very better and safe life to all of you, and another warm welcome to this channel for another topic which is about different agents of pollination. In the previous video of pollination, we have already discussed about pollination, cell pollination, different types of cell pollination. Okay, so let's discuss about the agents of pollination and the role of different agents, how the flowers modify according to their agents. So let's discuss in detail. It seems that when agents are essential for this purpose, the pollination is called as cross pollination. It is called as cross pollination. The cross pollination needs two type of agents. What are the type of agents? The agents may be abiotic agents or these may be biotic agents. Okay, abiotic means non-living agent, the biotic agents means living agents. Okay, the abiotic agents are either wind or it may be water. Okay, the biotic agents, it include a variety of animals starting from insects, birds, mollusca, reptilia up to mammals. So large number of living organisms are associated with it. So it is otherwise called as zoophily. Biotic is zoophily. Okay, the biotic agents are attracted towards the flower because the flower produces nectar, attractive color with nectar with scent, desirable scent. Okay, so the nectaries of the flower mostly attract the insects for this purpose. Okay, in nature, if we calculate, it is seen that most of the biotic factors are biotic agents are preferred by plant for the purpose of pollination. The abiotic process is not very much preferable. Why? It is because of uncertainty. How it is uncertain? अगर wind पोलन को लेके जाएगा स्टिग्मा के पास, देन ये कुछ गारंटी नहीं है कि पोलन स्टिग्मा के पास पहुंचेगा. अगर वाटर कैरी द पोलन up to the stigma, it may reach the stigma or may be carried to anywhere. So biotic agents are not very much preferable in comparison, abiotic agents are not very much preferable in comparison to biotic. Biotic elements always carry the element up to the plants, up to the stigma, and there is a certainty in the process of pollination. So among abiotic, wind is more preferable than water. Okay, wind is more preferable. Among biotic and abiotic, biotic is more preferable. Among abiotic, the wind is more preferable over water. Okay, so let's discuss about the wind and water pollinating plants, then we'll enter into the biotic agents. Wind pollinating plants, these do not have attractive color. The flowers of wind pollinating plant, let's erase it first. This wind pollinating plant, the process of wind pollination is called as anemophily. Okay, the flowers do not have attractive color, no attractive color, there is no nectar or scent, नेक्टर रिच नहीं होगा, सेंट भी नहीं होगा, बिकॉज दे डू नॉट अट्रैक्ट इंसेक्ट और एनी अदर individuals. Huge pollen grains are produced, huge pollens, because when the air huge pollens produced, because when the air carry the pollen, most of the pollens have been lost, so huge number of pollens are needed to be produced for this aspect. The stamens must be long, the stamens must be long, stamens longer and outside of flower, it is so that the pollens can be easily transferred. The pollens are non-sticky pollen, non-sticky pollen. The pollens are non-sticky because they can easily carried through air and stick to the stigma, which is sticky. The flowers are in groups. In this condition we can see flowers in a group, because the chance of pollination or the chance of capturing pollen increases when the flowers in group. Okay, so these are the various modification found in Anopheles flower. Then come to hydrophily, water pollinating plants. How these are modified? The aquatic angiosperm, where the pollinating agents are water, are divided into two groups. The water pollinating plants, hydrophilous plants. These are divided into two groups. Pollination by other than water, some flower they prefer water for pollination, some other prefer insect or wind for pollination. Some flowers pollinated by other agents except water, except water. We can take the example of water hyacinth, water lily. The flowers are above the surface of water, so that wind or insect can pollinate it. As insect pollinating these flower, the flowers are colorful, they have scent, they have nectar, so that they can actually attract the insect. The second group of flowers, they are pollinated by water, pollinated by water, they prefer water for pollination. These are either freshwater plants or marine water plants. The example of freshwater, we can take Hydrilla, Vallisneria. In such cases, the flowers, male flowers in Hydrilla and Vallisneria, the male flowers are below the water, females are on the surface, just on the surface. In marine, in case of marine flower, we can take the example of seagrass. In such cases, the pollen grains are ribbon shape pollen grain, flat ribbon like, so that this can easily float on the surface of water. The pollens are surrounded by mucilage, so that these are waterproof, cannot be destroyed by water. So it is all about the adaptation of pollen grain, so that easily they reach the stigma and fertilize the plant flower. Okay, the pollination became successful in such cases. Then come to the zoophily. biotic agents. The flowers of zoophily, to attract the animals, they have the biotic agents or zoophilous flowers have attractive color, they produce nectar, they have scent to attract the different type of living organism for this aspect. Suppose we can take the example of insect, honeybee, wasp, they pollinate the flower. When insect pollinate the flower, it is called as entomophily, entomophilous flower. Some birds like hummingbird, sunbird also pollinate the flower, which is called as ornithophily. Some of the nocturnal flower producing plants, they are pollinated by bird called as chiropterophily. Some of the flowers are pollinated by snails, which is called as malacophily. Some of them pollinated by ants called as myrmecophily. Okay, except that some of the plants are pollinated by animals like reptilia, mammals like tree mammals, lemur, reptilia like gecko. These pollinate the flower, which is called as zoophily. Special modifications are also seen in some of the cases. Suppose we'll take the example of Amorphophallus. What happens in such cases? It is the tallest flower of the world, which is about 6 feet in height. The flower ऐसे होगा 6 feet. It provide a safety place for insect to lay eggs, so that the insect enter into it for pollination and lay eggs as a benefit provided by this flower to the insect. So the insect pollinate it. Another plant, yucca and moth. The yucca flower are pollinated by moth. Like this, the yucca also provide a safety place for the pollination of for the egg laying of moth. Okay, so these are different type of agents which help in the process of pollination. Okay, so it is all about different type of biotic and abiotic agents. For the next video, we will go for fertilization process. Okay, thank you.